Bye, buddy. Hope you enjoy your new salt lick I just tied up for you. Yeah, I will see you on Friday. Hey guys, what's up? So I'm here at the show now, giving Lux a good graze. Don't we love when it's May and you have to wear a sweater to a show because it's cold and windy? Love that. We are at the show. He is, in fact, braided with his jumper braids today to do the derby. So, yeah. But we are doing the derby later today. That's all we're doing today. It is Friday. That's in about 2-ish hours is when we're gonna course walk. So I'm just taking him for a little graze. I might do a little shopping. Yeah. Future Katie here. I did in fact do some shopping. I got this belt, which I remember seeing somewhere in the past and being like, ooh, I really like that. I love this like color scheme and I'm such a color block, colorful person. So I got this, really happy with that. And I got another stuffed animal for Lux because he ripped the arms off his previous one. I got a Culpepper. I'll insert a video here. He quite enjoyed it, I guess. So I got him a little dragon this time. I don't think I got a picture of it, but it's blue. It has crinkle wings. It has a squeaker in it. So yes, we shall see if he likes that one as well. And then this I did not get at the horse show, but I thought it would be fun to include. I got this custom necklace of his face marking off Amazon. And I wore it all day today. It was my good luck charm. So yeah. It's now like 2 o'clock and I'm waiting. I'm hopefully gonna show in the next hour. So we just course walked and yeah, time to derby. So this was our derby trip. I was not happy with it. I'm working on, I guess, getting a consistent pace with him in the hunters because he'll start building, he'll start going a little faster, but he'll come back super easily. He listens very well. So I'm just trying to maintain that. Like to this first jump, I was like whoaing way too much, like trying to fit it in when I should have been adding leg because we just kind of like lost all engine and was super weak. So we like got a short spot to the first one. Not a great pace setter. Took the high option here. I should have pushed him a little more left. I remember pushing him a little bit left, but then we still got short. That one was pretty good. But by this point, we're kind of like, we've really built here. My trainer told me to take the low option here because she thought the high option could be like a cheap rail. That one wasn't like bad. And we came around to the Oxer, which I think we ended up being pretty short at. Yeah. He falls out right and the gate was right there. So my trainer told me to add right leg, which I did, but I didn't compensate for that because then he slowed down. And yeah, I should have known we weren't going to make it down the line in the striding like perfectly. I should have added leg earlier because it was an 8. It counted as an 8, but it was like a going 8. So we got the 9 and we got the 9 kind of short. This ended up being really good. We took the high option and he did really well for that. And then we came around to this like gate, but we just we didn't get our change quickly. So that was like a little sloppy. The gate was good. And then we came to the last jump and I think our last jump ended up being fine as well. And we, again, just took the low option for that one because my trainer told me to. So we ended up getting a 66 plus our 2 high options and just freaking missed the cutoff by a 1 point. And it was the very last person. It was the 25th person. We stuck around for so long just for them to beat us and push the cutoff for us to not make it. So that was lovely. But we hung out for the rest of the day, watched some other people's show, and the adults had some lovely time with these little children who fell in love with me and my bracelets and just hung out for a while. It ended up being a very long day, but a pretty good day. I didn't end up leaving until like 7:40. Good morning. It is a sad, rainy day. Isn't it always at this horse show? I remember the year I came with Feather. It literally rained every time we got on. It was awful. But I'm going down to watch someone else show first, and then we're pretty much going straight up to my ring for me to show in the jumpers today. We spent some time warming up, and for this show, anything up to a meter is held inside, which I would usually be annoyed at. But since it was raining outside, I was like, hey, this is great. I can hear my bird chirping upstairs. Brazy! Anyway, he was good to warm up. We felt solid. This was my second ever time in the jumpers ever. The first time was at Culpeper, and we did one class, which was a combined like jump off class. So your first 5 jumps were normal, and then your next 5 jumps were your jump off class. So like it wasn't even like a real jumper class. Like I get it was a real jumper class, but it wasn't like anyway. So this was the first class we did, which was power and speed. So you just tried to go fast and clear the whole thing. And if you did go fast and clear, then you got first. And if you didn't go like clear, you got second. So I got first because I went clear. And it was actually like a pretty solid trip. Like I remember at Culpeper at our last show, he was like backing off some of the jumps, and I was thinking like, oh, like to fit it in, I gotta like whoa him or whatever. Like I can't do that for the jumpers for him, but I've learned that from that show. So I was like adding my leg to all the jumps to get him to slow to fit it in, like if he needed to or whatnot, and just to like encourage him to not back off. So knowing all that, this went so much smoother, and we had like a very solid first trip. Then we came in for our second trip. Started with a bang. He stopped and started taking a poo. And I was like, oh, great. And then my trainer told me, okay, you're going to have to canter, because our buzzer had gone off. And then I picked up the wrong lead because I'm so smart. But it's okay. We ended up getting going to the first jump. And this was like a typical kind of jumper. We had to go clear for the first 10 jumps. And if we did, we made the jump off, which was like a select 5 jumps. So before I went in the ring, my trainer and I were like going over this. And I asked her, I was like, so if I go clear, do I just like go to the next 5 jumps? And she looked at me with like horror in her eyes. And she was like, no, you're gonna stop. You're gonna wait for the buzzer to go off again. And I was like, okay, got it. Cool. Like, I cannot stress enough the fact that, like, I do not know what is going on in the jumper world, like, at all. Like, I don't know what a 2D versus 2BB CB means. Like, I don't. So we went clear. I waited. Our buzzer went off. We picked up the canter, and then this like jump off was pretty much like the same. It was 1 through 3, and then like 5, 10 or something like that. Yeah. I remember, like, this course was so easy, though. 1 through 10, it was so easy. It was, like, no change of direction, like, at all, So I was like, heck yeah. I sliced the crap out of that jump to be able to make the inside turn to this last jump. And we ended up placing first for our jump off, which I was, like, so shocked by. And I came out of the ring and my trainers seemed like so shocked as well. They were like, that was great, great job. And I was like, yay, maybe I am a jumper. We're all done showing now. My pony has a little afro, don't you, buddy? He looks so cute. He did really, really well. I don't know if people will get mad at me for saying this, but the jumpers are easy. They're much easier than the hunters, in my opinion, at the height that I'm doing, which is a very low height, and it's not like that complicated. But you don't have to worry about like getting the perfect distance every single time and like presenting your horse beautifully. And he can do everything. He's a good 3-ring horse in general. But he definitely likes doing the jumpers better. Like he perks up a little more and he'll make a decision, like he'll ride to something and he'll see it. So all I have to do, like, you know, I do have to whoa and whatever, but like, I don't know, it's almost easier for me to see it on him when we're doing the jumpers, right? But we did really well. He was really, really fun to do it on. And it went a lot quicker than Hunterland. Just because, I don't know, like you can go, you stay in the ring for one of your trips. I asked her trainer for the jump off. I was like, so do I just like keep going? And she looked at me like with horror in her eyes. She was like, because when I did Culpeper, it was just like one trip and like the second half of it was the jump off. It looks so derpy. So I just like continued on to the jump off, but this time we did stop and wait for a second trip for the buzzer and the jump off, and he was ready. When we left, I think like 5 people had gone and we were in second, so not bad. And yeah, I'm gonna go back later and see once they're done to see our placings. I do know for the first trip, jump 1 to 2, I was still in Hunterland, so I stayed out like to the rail, like, and my trainers, they were both like, you don't do that, and I was like, fair. So we fixed that the second trip, but it was really fun. He was really good, and I like the jumpers. So we'll be doing that this summer. You're such a weirdo. He's literally just licking me. No, he's got my bracelet now. For most part, he doesn't. He just licks me. It's nothing in my hand ever. About to head on over to the show for day 3 of showing. I've got my custom Lux necklace, and we're doing the jumpers again today. We've got 2 classes, and one of them is our classic. So back at it for the jumpers. We were in the morning again, warming up. He was doing very well, and the course this day, I wouldn't say it was harder, but it was less like straightforward. I remember the course the previous day was literally just like you continued on in the path that made like total sense. And I was like, this is like the hunter, like I know where I'm going the next like jump. And I feel like the jumpers are usually so much more confusing. So I don't know. I was like, this is an easy introduction. Heck yeah. And I'm sure at these lower heights, obviously the courses are going to be much easier. So this was our first course, which was a like half power, half speed. I don't know. Whatever it was like the first 5 were normal, and then the second 5 were your speed part. So I was like taking my time around the first whatever few jumps, and then started boogieing. But I'll say the reason that I find the jumpers is kind of easier is because he is easier to ride in the jumpers than in the hunters. He starts like building in the hunters and whatever, and he can be checked back very easily, but you know, that just makes our pace not consistent and it doesn't match. So in the jumpers, you don't have to worry about that. And you can have a fast pace, but it doesn't have to be perfectly consistent the whole time around, you know. You're going for speed. This jump was like crazy. I was like, yeah, we're going to go to it. Like, and, you know, if I did that in the hunters, that wouldn't look super nice, you know. Also, I find that I can think about it pretty easily about like pushing him a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left to fit a stride in, and like that kind of comes naturally to me here in the jumpers, and I like that. But we ended up getting first for our first trip. The judge, like, or when we finished, they're like, and that's a fast trip. That's gonna bump him up into first place. And then we had like, I don't know, like 8 people go after me, and no one ended up beating it. So I was very happy about that. This was our second trip, which was like you had to go clear for the first 10, and then if you weren't clear, you did your jump off. I need to start learning the names of these. Like, I think it was our D trip or whatever, like our 2D, whatever. So I took that handy turn from 1 to 2 because I wanted to be able to do that for our jump off, because it was 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 10, I think. So I practiced doing that inside turn. The rest of the trip was like perfectly fine. I tried and fixed this yellow so I wasn't like kind of launching for it, so that like turned out a lot neater. And then coming around to this last bending 9 to 10, and I remember when I was going over this course, I knew where all the jumps were, but I didn't know what color they were. So I was like, the black and white one in the back for 3, and she's like, what? No, it's blue and green. And I was like, okay, got it. So we made it for our jump off. We waited for the buzzer and then got to go. He definitely knows his job. Like when he gets to go back in the ring for the second trip, or like he goes clear for the jump off, he is ready. He's like, I'm going. And he starts getting like crooked and going all around and like start hopping. And I'm like, okay, we get it. Yeah. But, so we took the inside turn from 1 to 2, and I will be honest, I kind of just, like, forgot to go fast. Like, the first day, I was, like, on it for my jump off. I was, like, going fast. I was like, yeah, I gotta go fast. I just kind of forgot to do that this time around. Like, this part right here, I was going really slow, and then 2 to 3. And then this was crazy. Like, I felt it. I was like, whoa, okay. And in the video, I would go, oh, good boy. Like, you took care of me there. But we ended up getting second in that because I kind of forgot to go fast. But we ended up getting champion in the whole division because we got first, and then second in that trip, which was our classic trip. But he was so, so good. Just a rider kind of forgetting to go fast in the jumpers. Hey guys. So it is later tonight on Sunday. I got home a while ago, showered, whatever. But I wanted to do my recap of this weekend, of this horse show. I am so happy with our performance in the jumpers. This is my second ever time in the jumpers ever. And I did 1 class at my last horse show. So I'd say this is kind of like the first time, it's the first time I've done a full division. So it was really cool that we actually like did well, and I was very happy with it. And I felt like, I don't know, like I enjoy being able to ride him a lot more in the jumpers. He could definitely like play around in the hunters, and we will, and we have. And he doesn't do bad. Like at our last show, he got like consistent like 4th, 5th place, so he does okay. It's just like our pace, it gets too slow and then too fast. Like he'll build a little bit, but he'll come back right when checked and asked to come back. But then our pace is going from fast to slower, then it's fast. So like I need to get better at just checking him before it starts building, but I'm still working on that, I guess. And that's, he enjoys doing the jumpers better. Like his ears are forward. He's looking for the jumps when he's going around. So he was really, really good. And I feel like I can just like also make, I almost want to say like make better decisions, but I don't know if that's true. But I can make decisions easier in the jumpers almost, because I can push him to that long spot, or I can whoa him and he'll listen, because we've got more power and engine going. So if I need to whoa him, I can shorten his stride without like running out of stride, or I can lengthen his stride like without getting too flat because we have power behind his stride, because we're going faster with power with his hind end. And or I was like realizing going around the course that I was like naturally kind of like pushing him a little bit to the right to fit in a shorter stride, or to the left, or what, you know, whatever it was, to like fit in that distance. So I like the jumpers now. This horse show has 2 weeks, so we will be back next week to do it again. I don't know exactly what we're showing in yet, but maybe the next height up for the jumpers, and maybe some metal stuff instead of the derby. I don't know, because I really did get him to do the equitation, so I would love to do that. But we'll see. We shall see. But this weekend was great. I had a good time. I don't have my ribbons with me. My trainer asked, she goes, can you like leave your ribbons here? I was like, do I have to? And she's like, I'd appreciate it. And I was like, okay. So she's going to keep them there to like display them and keep them up for the next week of the horse show. So yes, but we got plenty of pictures. So yeah, I kind of am rambling a bit now. I don't know. I feel like I haven't talked much in this vlog. It's kind of just been like mostly clips of me riding. So maybe I'm just yapping a little bit too much now, but sorry. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and see you guys next week. Bye.